You want to come over and sit by me and watch?
Man. This has been the episode of all episodes so far, man. But we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 5 of Watch Them Thrones. And man, this motherfucker's worth watching tonight. Now, as always, it's your boy TK, joined by Sea Snake, Mr. CJ Lawrence, joined by Velaryon, the light-skinned dread. And we got 2 special guests joining us tonight. We got rapper extraordinaire Big Son. And we are also joined by the man who produced the track for our opening, Sir Criston Cole, aka Caleb Dad Faulkner. What's up, y'all?
What's good?
Fellas?
That's good, man. Oh my god!
Listen, y'all. That episode was wild.
Was wild. They got to it. I like how they got to it.
Man, and they get into it consistently every week. Every week I say, "Oh man, they done got to it this week," and then next week they get crazy.
Every week, son.
So listen, we got a whole bunch to talk about, man. A whole bunch. But like we always do, before we get into this week, I'm gonna have my 2 special guests tonight do something, from last week. So CJ, Velaryon, I'm gonna park y'all for 1 second, right, and we'll get back with you. Hold on. So, Big Son, Sir Criston Cole, we want to see how well
Thrones.
Y'all know them Thrones.
All right, let's go.
Question 1. What did Viserys say Daemon's heart was? A, colder than winter in the north. B, even darker than I thought. Or C, more rotten than my back meat.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with B.
I'm gonna go with B too.
Question 2. What song is written on the Catspaw dagger? A, Fire by the Ohio Players. B, Song of Fire and Desire. Or C, Song of Ice and Fire.
We're gonna be C.
We're going C.
Question 3. Which king did hating-ass Otto serve his hand to? A, Jaehaerys. B, Maegor the First. Or C, Aegon the First.
Jaehaerys.
I'm going A.
No, them Thrones.
I know my Thrones, baby. I know my Thrones.
Man, that's a perfect score, ain't it? They 2 perfect scores.
And them Thrones. You know how we say it.
I mean, I think invite somebody you want to play with instead of saying like how the Rudy Pooch y'all used to. I know them Thrones.
House of Dragon.
Listen, man. So, bruh, let's get into it, man.
Why that boy go back home and do his lady wife like that?
Man.
Bruh. Start us off right there, Carlton. Since you brought it up, start us right there.
Bro, that nigga went to the crib just to hold up. So I'm thinking like, okay, maybe he finna try to reconcile, might get him a little bit of mushu.
That boy ain't got no
walked up.
He ain't got no reconciliation.
He walked up immediately with the bullshit, was side-eyeing her. She went to talking that yang shit. And like after she talked for a little bit, he wasn't saying shit. She kind of looked at him with that, nigga, you finna kill me, ain't it? And I be goddamn.
Man. That motherfucker Daemon ain't shit, man.
Daemon ain't shit. And
that nigga pulled up to the set like Michael Myers, first of all. You should have knew then. He was on some shit. That motherfucker came with the hood on. Every time he got the hood on, he up to some shit.
He with the what I'm saying?
I'm like, this motherfucker plotting. And you hear a lot of what she said, you know what I mean? You hear a lot of what she said in there. She like, you told me last time I saw you, motherfucker, you told me the sheep look better than me. So go fuck the sheep. You know what I'm saying? And to be quite honest with you, she wasn't a bad looking woman.
She was she was giving him the business from the beginning, dog. Like,
yeah, I'm talking about from jump.
Look, dog. She Scooby-Dooed her own case real fast.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, man, no, bro, you gonna do this? Oh, what you gonna kill you some chicken? Or you gonna son of a bitch?
She was solving it. That's first thing I was gonna say. Like, as it was happening, she was kind of running it back to her head. She like,
Yeah.
oh, he's finna off me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but see, now I realize why Daemon ain't ever go home. Like, she with the jokes right off bat. Like, she talking about he pull up and she went straight jokes. Like, ain't no hey husband, nice to see you. It just went to like, dang, like now I see. Yeah,
all of them was here. All of them was right here, Caleb.
Yeah. She was cooking his ass early. Oh, what up, Daemon?
So let's just say, damn, we got to know her for like 5 seconds.
Man, dude, bro, yeah. She was kind of trill for them 5 seconds too, but damn, Daemon was like, nah, I don't fuck with the bronze bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She was like, I know you ain't come here. I know you ain't come here for no puss. I know you right. I know you ain't come your ass back home for that. Because we ain't.
What I can't appreciate is that they took us to a familiar setting. So, you know what I'm saying? If you really watch Game of Thrones, you'd be like, that's the veil. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what do I know about what's going on already? I know Daemon, Daemon wife in the veil. After that, it was all downhill.
Yeah,
you know,
it was quick, man.
I appreciate just that little bit of setting, serving. Like, oh, they're in the veil. Let's get it.
But you know what else though? It's becoming more and more apparent. There's something wrong with Daemon's penis. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with that. I mean, because
I can't get up.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of why he, move the way he moved around the young girl. We'll talk about later.
That boy say it got to be a young girl.
Yeah, that nigga move a certain way, man, and it's becoming clearer and clearer. He got Daemon got a type,
Get you a woman, Daemon.
We'll get into it.
Hey, what was funny to me though? She was like, and that's why you couldn't finish. And Daemon picked that rock up, and he was like,
big ugly
rock. Shit.
My boy found the heaviest rock he could and busted her ass upside the head. That shit was wild.
Man,
that rock had 7 corners.
Then next thing you see Viserys bitch ass, he can't even. This boy ain't got the strength to cross the narrow sea. He throwing up and shit all over the side of the boat.
Hey, that boy was rocking a little bit, man.
That boy had COVID. That boy had COVID 03. It wasn't COVID 19. COVID 03.
COVID AC. COVID 03.
So CJ, I'm gonna come to you, CJ.
All right.
So I don't know if you know or if you read anything, but what is it that he's suffering from?
I believe that he's a leper. You can look at the lesions and stuff like that to kind of tell that. And I think I believe that actually Nikki Norwood, shout out to Nikki Norwood, who always is dropping the information and facts, dropped in our group in the goddamn Watchmen with no chaser chat that he was suffering from leprosy.
Mm-hmm. That boy needs dialysis.
Right. Bro, that nigga needs some tussing. Hey, and you seen the brother looked out for him too. Like, look, nigga, drink this. Hey, Strong. Tell that motherfucker drink this here. I'm talking about.
Strong looked at him like goddamn.
How was he gonna throw a wedding for a week though? I'm trying to figure out how that motherfucker gonna last a week.
You ain't gonna live for a week.
Right. Talking about 7 days. I said 7 days. Look, in my notes, I wrote 7 days, nigga. Question mark.
Right. That boy got slow blood.
I like the fact though that he went ahead and made Lionel Strong the hand. You kind of knew that was coming. He was the only one keeping him.
Lionel.
Big Lionel.
I'm gonna chill out so we can get into it. I like that episode, man.
Yeah, like look, yeah, we need to. It's a lot going on, so everybody like really excited about it, but So look, let's since you brought up Lionel Strong, we can start there. He named in the hand, which, like you said, Carlton, isn't a surprise. But we kind of saw, the ramifications of that, especially with Alicent, man.
Oh yeah.
And like I kind of want to get into that. You saw the conversation between Alicent and Otto. And Otto immediately blamed her for him getting fired on his day off.
That's how bitch niggas do.
So I'm gonna take it to you, son. Take. So what was your take on that conversation?
I mean, like Otto wants his daughter to be what he is. He wants, but he wants his daughter to behave like a son. He wants her to do all this calculating shit. But of course, like what Alicent did was, she looked out for her homegirl. She looked out for her best friend. Like, I'm finna find the truth from my best friend. I'm gonna go to my best friend herself and figure out what's going on. And her loyalty to her friend was the counterweight to his downfall. If she didn't roll up on Rhaenyra and get the truth, it was the truth. It was slanted. It had a little smudge on it, but it was the truth. She did not fuck Daemon. She got that truth from her. Now, Viserys and his daughter then had a confrontation. Now Viserys then offset, the weight and got Otto up out of there. So, she's a catalyst. But he brought her. He did it to himself. Right. But she definitely played a part.
So
but all she did naturally was look out for a friend.
Right. Now, he said something that stuck with me. He was talking about Rhaenyra and Rhaenyra and Alicent relationship, the fingering and lingering that we all convinced they're doing.
Hello.
But he said he told her, he said, "You're no fool, yet you choose not to see it." And when he said that, I was like, this nigga already planting the seeds of discord and discontent, with Alicent. Go ahead with it, CJ.
Now I was gonna say, yeah, that's that little finger shit. Like he was doing it, like he was placing that doubt in. He was like, look, I know you cool with Rhaenyra being, the queen and shit like that, but in order for her to do that shit, she gonna have to take out all your kids. Every last one of you little motherfuckers running around here that you got, she taking them out. And so he played on her love for her children in order to stoke the fear that was necessary in her to turn her. Mm-hmm. And so, like before that, I mean, she was cool with Rhaenyra. She like, look, I'm cool with playing my position as of right now. I'm cool with supporting Rhaenyra as she moves into the becoming the queen of the Iron Throne. It was at that moment that she realized, like, the game gets dirty, and if it requires offing your kids in order to do it, then that's what's gonna be done in order to do it. And I don't think that necessarily that's how Rhaenyra would get down with her, but the prospect that the realm itself will begin to uprise in the event that Viserys dies, and suddenly it's time for her to actually take the throne. It's something for he put some shit on her mind, as we say.
So let me hop in the comments real quick. We got Thomasina Farah. Thanks for coming. She said that Otto told no lies, though. When he told her war was coming and her children would be in danger, you saw she showed up in that green dress to the wedding. # war color. And we'll get to the green dress in a minute. But I'm gonna go to you, Caleb. I want you to expound on this comment that I just read. Do you think do you believe Otto was telling the truth?
I mean, I believe Otto was telling his truth of what he believes to be true. that's the thing. Like when I'm listening to y'all talk about this, and the first thing I think of, Otto was like that guy when he get fired, and now you still got your job. So now he started telling you bad about, well, you know, such and such, he spit in the coffee and such don't wash their hand. But then he gonna leave you, and now you got to think about this. Like, man, this nigga was just talking about, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, is it the truth? Partially, you know. Right. Is it the truth? I believe it's his truth. I don't necessarily believe that's how Rhae gonna get down. I feel like, you know, she don't kind of, the thing is that I think a lot of them don't realize is she don't behave in the way that they behave. So yes, that might have been common for other people, Otto, but that's not how she get down. So if it came to that, she would attempt to find another way than having to kill them kids. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, them her half siblings, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's just, you know, I don't think that's what she would end up doing.
That's some real
good
Cersei
ass
Lannister
point.
shit.
That's a good ass
Otto
point.
really preparing for like some Cersei Lannister shit when that
Right.
You know, there ain't no pretext for it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, she gonna get in here, she gonna kill you, them, and them. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be all fucked up. I think, you know what I'm saying, he really in his efforts to secure a good retirement as oh, my grandson is the king and my grandson is the king of the seven, you know what I'm saying, shits and all this or whatever the fuck. He all clouded, he all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, I think you made a good point, Sir Chris Brown Cole. In that, like, what you pointed out was that these men are all thinking the way that men who are power hungry, who have sought the kingdom, have always thought about moving within it. And of course, men on the external side are going to be influencing things as well. But a woman has never sat on the Iron Throne at this point. And it's not that every woman thinks the same, but Rhaenyra, as a woman, may govern herself differently as a leader than all of these men who are seeking power. And in fact, she never really asked for the power, you know,
right?
And got it without asking or seeking.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They also got a lot of bad examples too. You know what I'm saying, like they'd already seen Maegor the Cruel. They, you know what I'm saying, they've seen how bad the Seven Kingdoms can get. They've seen how good the Seven Kingdoms can get. Then they got Viserys, so you know what I'm saying, I'm kicking it, you know what I'm saying, let's just keep having tournaments, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cool out. You know what I'm saying? Another party, you know what I'm saying? More wine, because everybody just cool out. I don't want to go to war. Let's just cool out. So they don't, he got no idea what to expect if a woman was in power.
I can agree with that.
We all got Trump.
Let me slide over to you, Velaryon. What's your take on this?
I think a lot of that shit, like Sir Chris Brown Cole up there said, it was some truth, some possible truth. I think I saw one of the comments say it was a possible truth. That was one of the best ways to put it for me. Just simply based off the fact that Otto says and does everything with Otto's intentions in mind. You know what I'm saying? So could he have been telling the truth about some of that shit? Yeah, maybe, but really a lot of that shit was just a projection. He was projecting onto Alicent really what she needed to do, which is, okay, if Rhaenyra is betrothed and get married, you need to take her kids out to, establish that dominance for Aegon, for his reign.
Yeah, so, as I was watching it, man, a part of me was like, this nigga is really legit. He legit telling the truth. But at the same time, it's hating ass Otto, so I just can't really fuck with him like that.
At all.
Because it's the thing about Otto, and this is the same with a lot of people there, but nothing is altruistic with him and his in the things that he does, right? Otto is all about Otto.
At all times. And
he don't give a damn who he use. This nigga tried to peddle a 2-year-old baby, dog.
Yeah.
But to what
got
you said, CJ, like he used a fear tactic, like, she's coming to take your place, she gonna murder your kids and do this, do that. And why I swear it sounded like a MAGA rally when he said that shit. I was like, this nigga running for 2024. He gonna be on a ticket with old boy.
Fox News AC.
Right. So we got the king of the takeaways, Leslie McLemore, joining us. What's up, bro?
How y'all doing, beautiful people?
What's happening, bro?
What's
Oh,
good?
man,
What's
can't
good?
complain, man. Can't complain. I'm still writing my takeaways, so I'm just kind of listening in. I got to edit shit, but yeah, man, like loving hip hop wedding, bro. Like that's what it was, dog. It was a bunch of shit talking, bunch of drinking, and then you knew it was gonna lead to some shit. I was just waiting for you, just waiting for it, right? You just waiting for it. It was like the Casamigos bottle was about to get thrown, and the B word was about to start flying everywhere. All the fucking censors and shit. We were just waiting for it, man. Like too many niggas were talking too much shit. And the motherfucker who was talking the most shit ended up fucking dying because he ain't had them goddamn hands. That's my thing, bro. If you gonna go to somebody to talk some shit, bro, you gotta have some hands, dog.
That's the moral of the story.
He ran up on the wrong one with that play shit
on the wrong day, nigga.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was like, what was that damn comedian who told that joke? He was like halfway through that nigga beat my ass. I realized that this shit ain't about me. This is like this nigga is having a bad day. And I just caught this motherfucker on the wrong time, on the wrong day, at the wrong moment.
Criston was going.
And that's what happened, man. That's what happened.
Nigga name was Joffrey. So you knew he was a fuck nigga at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
Bro,
you done came to the wrong place with the wrong motherfucking name.
I don't want him around here.
Like, next thing you know, them hands university. Full scholarship.
Yeah. Now we gonna make our way.
Yeah.
We gonna make our way to the red wedding pre-party.
The pink wedding.
Yeah. So to move on. So after we had the conversation, we saw the conversation with hating ass Otto and Alicent. It goes and you see Alicent in the Godswoods. She's chilling with the weird tree and shit. And you see old Tink Tink, he over there.
Clubfoot.
Po little Tink Tink, he lurking this shit.
Bro, what you just called him, Littlefoot?
That's on Clubfoot.
Yeah, Littlefoot was over there lurking this shit, and I knew he was with some bullshit. His first lines was, an outsider amongst the natives. Now he trying to act like he talking about the tree, bitch. We know better,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
he want to be one of the girls so bad.
Oh man, listen. No, I was looking at it like, you know what? Like this motherfucker, he obviously couldn't fight, so he had to be slick, and he was getting slick quick, and so when she said to him like, well, your father replaced my father, I didn't realize is he a strong?
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay,
Yeah,
so
two of them. The big
so the
dude
big
that was
one.
with him,
So there's strong, and there's
small.
Clubfoot strong. All right.
Yeah.
So the shade room strong is there's beat a nigga ass strong, and then there's fucking, and then there's the goddamn.
Yeah,
The
they want him
fucking
called
strong.
Breakbone or something like that.
The gay best
Breakbone,
friend
that's his
strong.
name.
So it's Breakbone and Clubfoot. God damn, boy. Boy, they be good in the motherfucking hood, man.
That's one hell of a trio right there, boy.
Clubfoot, Larry,
Lisa
you know what I'm
Biden.
talking about.
Lisa Biden in the comments, she said Littlefoot is messy.
Right.
He is.
So that's his name now. So I guess he Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
That boy
Hip hop.
want to be one of the girls, man.
Yeah, he was slick though, and I mean, she already was vulnerable at the point. She literally just finished talking to another manipulator in Otto. So he like, I'll be your motherfucking friend.
Right.
You gonna
So
need something.
you saw like in that conversation, like, he talking about the trees and shit, but then my boy slid that, oh, is the princess feeling better? And then
Sleek.
like he want to hit her like, girl.
That boy want to be one of the girls.
She had that plan B.
Sound like my grandma. You heard about sister across the street?
You ain't heard about it, right?
You heard about it now. No, I ain't here.
Oh, Shirley ain't told me nothing. Face ass. What?
That nigga really had the tea.
Wearing red nail polish.
he really had the tea about the tea. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, oh, you know, one of the maester. Oh, and it was the big maester, so it must have been serious. You know,
right?
Brought her that motherfucking tea. She said,
"Hey, you remember the living color?"
Yeah.
Now I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard this from me.
He really hit her with that shit though. Like, oh, she didn't have the tea. Oh, okay. Alicent looked hurt too when he told her that shit.
Bruh, so you know, one thing I noticed like throughout this episode, the more Alicent talked to people, the more you could see her starting to turn that corner into that, you know, I'm finna whoop this bitch ass. Like you could see it in her face. Every single conversation, it gets worse and worse. And you know, the conversation she had with Criston punk ass, that she became the villain right then.
That boy told on himself he wasn't.
I ain't gonna say villain.
That's an interesting conversation. Y'all ready to get into that conversation now? You want to wait?
I mean,
like, see, we here now. Like we here now.
Hold on. Well, we can go with it. Go
ahead.
So, dog, if you gonna tell on anybody, don't tell on yourself.
Right. Rule number 1.
And soon as he got in the room, you know, Alice was like, "There's been some rules." Yeah, it was me. I did it.
That nigga definitely first
folded immediately.
For real, bro. Like I was immediate lawyer.
Like they bought some Chick-fil-A in that motherfucker.
And he just went the same.
Like, nigga, you hungry?
He just went the same.
They got it.
Singing like a bird.
Like Mike Epps used to say, you know, you sold out for an ultimate feast. Because that's exactly what happened, dog.
That boy was deep off in his feelings, though, from that conversation with Rhaenyra. Like, why would you think she would just leave and leave all of that shit to go be a nobody? Because y'all fucked.
Right, that nigga. She must have put that. She put that dragon on him, man. That dragon wasn't no joke for him. And
look, I halfway thought he was gonna jump off the boat.
You know, yeah, like his heart was really in it. You know, them Dornish motherfuckers be lovers now. They be loving for real and shit.
Certified lover boy.
So you know what I mean? Shit, we done seen what the Dornish willing to do for love. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, what's the old boy name from Harlem Nights?
Which one?
Hey, yo, Barbara, it's me, Richie.
Oh,
I ain't coming home no more. Take it, like
sunshine.
Like
that's sunshine.
Yeah, my boy got a piece of lady heroin.
But I'm gonna tell you something about that scene, right? That dynamic. Obviously, when Alicent called Sir Criston in the room, she had no idea where it went down between him and Rhaenyra. And my belief is that when he told, she saw him as her protector, as Rhaenyra's protector. I think that in her mind, she might believe that Sir Criston is so honorable that he's willing to die for Rhaenyra by lying for Rhaenyra. And she saw something.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think she saw something in that made her like him even more as a person. Like, he's willing to die because as a result of what he's done or what he says he's done, he's understanding that he could either be gilded, which, you know,
don't do it.
The thing that, you know, cut out that thing.
That boy said, kill me.
Or the alternative, be killed. And so he's willing to die for her. And anybody who's willing to die for her is a person whose allegiance she also has a desire for or wants. And because she's looking for friends. And like clearly in her mind, Sir Criston is a friend to Rhaenyra in that way. And you know, later on we'll get into the rest.
I think she called him in there to begin with just because she know he's standing outside the door And look, did she leave the room that night? Let me know what's going on.
Did you hear something?
Did she leave? But she didn't even get that far.
Right.
She couldn't even get to that part of the question.
It was me.
Telling him his damn self.
Yeah, I mean, he started snitching on himself immediately.
Like,
Deborah D's in the comments said that motherfucker folded like a lawn chair.
Literally.
With WD-40 on it.
Literally.
Boy, folded like a bad hand.
That nigga told Rhaenyra, let's go walk and pick motherfucking oranges, though. She like, my nigga. You really think I'm finna give all this shit up for some motherfucking oranges?
That motherfucker was fucking crazy. I was like, bro, have you met like a woman in your life?
On that whole shit. Straight got in his feelings. Straight got in his feelings behind that shit.
Like, bro, have you met a woman in your life, motherfucker, go like leave a mansion and a castle and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my boy was like, look, we can go to Essos. We can go to Essos and we could be free. And she was like, nigga, but we gonna be poor. Nah, I'm good. I'm
cool, bro.
She like, nigga, fuck all that romantic shit, nigga.
Renee ain't ironed a dress yet. She ain't finna start.
Right, exactly. Shit, nigga. She crying in that goddamn Bentley, bro. She crying on the dragon. She ain't crying on the fucking
right.
She ain't crying on the fucking cart.
But she, you know, in that interaction with him, you know, she said a couple things like, you know, he telling her she didn't choose this and they could run away and whatever. And for the first time this whole series, you know, for me, she was like, she really embraced her situation. She was like, I am the crown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the crown is bigger than all this shit. So basically, hell no, nigga, I'm not going.
I like that about Rhaenyra though, man. Like, cause to be honest, it's kind of like he's saying follow your heart. I don't think he's saying that in the same way that Jason Lannister did, but every man who's tried to promise Rhaenyra something, she's had to let him know. Like, look, my nigga, like, I got anything you can promise me, I can get on my motherfucking own. So in that regard, understand that the decisions I make, I'm making with a greater something in mind. You said you got a cage for my dragons, nigga. Do you have dragons? No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me you want to pick oranges? Like, nigga, I don't want to pick oranges. I'm
and
sitting on this motherfucking throne. Period.
But look, I think just those two scenes, us talking about them back to back, talks about the duality of Alicent and Rhaenyra. You know what I'm saying? Both of them really fell into their duty and, you know, who they gonna be in the future this episode. Alicent, you know what I'm saying, you know, fell into her queendom, like, all right, this is what I need to be doing. If I'm if I'm gonna make this work, this the information I need, this is what's going on. And Rhaenyra really showed, I am the throne. I am the seven kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm bound by duty. I ain't going nowhere, boy.
She turned into Jeezy. I am.
That's a good point, though, and that's a good point. Just to like the contrasting between the two, because Alicent woke up this episode, right? It was survival of the fittest for her. It was like a rat being trapped in a cage. She got to claw her way out this shit, especially with Otto gone.
Otto was gone,
and so we saw Rhaenyra, right? Like, even though you were right doing her duties, but she was more distracted by fucking like love and kind of like a three-way love affair and little like, you know, like, I mean, like, not to say they're not as important, but Alicent the entire time woke up and was starting to play chess with these motherfuckers while these other motherfuckers were distracted about weddings and balls and, you know, and I mean, well, you know, like Laenor being distracted by that too, but neither here nor there.
we got to get into that,
man. But nah, like that whole like scene on the boat, what it really got me thinking, that was what I call the effect of her uncle Daemon, because Daemon pretty much told her like, hey, you can have your cake and eat it too. You see me, I'm not with my wife. Me and you in the whole house right now with each other. Like, I don't know what she got going on. So I think after that experience, she started thinking in her head, like, you know what? Maybe I can go marry somebody and, you know, we can just fake it for people. But really, y'all gonna be seeing me doing my thing. And I think that when Sir Chris Brown Cole, when he was kind of like, you want me to be your side piece? No. She looking at him like, What you mean? Like, I thought that's how this, like, she was shocked that that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So I think her uncle didn't tell her it wasn't gonna be as easy as what he kind of explained to her.
It was kind of dope that Sir Criston Cole like really took his shit seriously though.
Mhm.
Like also like yo, I'm this the only motherfucking thing I got in this world, and I gave it to you, thinking, you know, like cause my heart was in this shit, and so it was cool to see a man actually like it seemed like he really loves her, or you know, really has authentic feelings for her, and so I thought that was dope to see, because you rarely see that in this kingdom, you know what I mean, or in Westeros.
Joffrey say the boy construct.
Right, he did. Hey, she put that motherfucker Dominique LaRue on him.
Y'all know
like
what?
Harlem Night.
Y'all know what? That nigga gave me Dario Nohara's vibes.
Yeah.
He fell in love with that Targussy.
Yes.
Why they always fall in love with the Targussy, man?
Hey,
Man,
that motherfucking thing. That's fire.
that's that dragon, bro. That's that fire, dog.
Like, sister, y'all niggas gonna make me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, fall in love with the Targussy.
Wait, hold up.
That's that
Hold
fire,
up.
bro.
Nigga, did you just say Targussy?
He did. Hey man, can we go back to Tyrus? Can we go back to them pulling up at Corlys' house and Corlys not coming the fuck outside and all that?
Hey, dog, that was the blackest shit ever. Look, so they pulled up on Corlys after he damn near died on the ship because, you know, he fucked up. But they pull up on him, and you know, I kind of appreciated Lionel. You know, he trying to flex his little new position. You know how motherfuckers get when they get a new position.
Start trying to get badge.
Yeah, they do it too much early. You know, too early. And he was like, you know, how dare him not be here to receive the king? And basically, Cole is like, bitch, you in my house. I don't give a fuck who it is. You coming in outside. Dog, he sent the kids out. What about the kids, dog?
Yo, bro, Belano was funny as hell when they heard the news about Daemon's wife being killed. That nigga started calculating immediately. He was like, that shit don't sound right at all. Like, am I the only one that's like hearing this shit? Like, he was almost like the audience in the room while everybody else was just like, oh, we're sorry to hear about that. He was like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga just killed his wife.
Hey,
like,
the way he was
past that.
The way he was acting, he made me think about on the last episode, the black lady who was standing in the background when old boy got killed, all the faces she was making.
Are you talking about
I saw a meme of that shit when
that's called to meme. That's called to meme.
They called it put on. Yeah.
That's Velaryon the light-skinned dread meme right there. So I do want to get into the conversation between Corlys, Rhaenys, and Viserys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like you said, Corlys, who is the king of the Iron Throne, goes across the sea to pull up at Corlys's house to ask for permission for their houses to wed through Laenor and Rhaenyra. And in that conversation, Corlys, who's sitting on the throne when Viserys walks in the room in this immaculate ass house, obviously, tells him, oh yeah, come inside, and begins to have a conversation with him in which he asks a number of questions before granting permission. The fact that he was asking questions at all, one was, you know what I mean, like a sign like of I'm fixing them, I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit before we do this. But then the questions that he asked, I appreciated that no matter how sick Viserys is, no matter how anything, he still, to a certain extent, is going to ride for Rhaenyra's autonomy as queen and as a woman. because the first thing that Corlys asked was, "Is she gonna keep her motherfucking last name?" And he said, "You goddamn right, she gonna keep her motherfucking last name. She's gonna be a Targaryen. This dragons are gonna rule the motherfucking Iron Throne." I do, however, I will agree with you that the kids can be Velaryon until they take the Iron Throne. And if they take the Iron Throne, they will be Targaryen. Say, okay, I can fuck with that compromise. I can agree with that. And he then pushed him on something else. I forget what the other thing was that he pushed him on. I'd have to look back at my notes. But the fact that he was in a testing mood with him, even though this was about to be the biggest moment in the realm, as you know, as far as uniting the House of the Dragon again. I found that entire dynamic really interesting, and I'm hoping that we can kind of explore that a little bit.
All right. So I took what I took from it was like kind of like you said, CJ. He was just fucking with him, you know what I'm saying? Because he been wanting to be a part, like that, but he just giving him some shit, man. He still kind of salty because, and it's crazy for me to say this, but he's still kind of salty because that old ass dude didn't take his young ass daughter when he offered her up. But now you want to marry your daughter to my gay ass son. He fucking with him. And what's crazy, like that whole scene, that whole time, you know what I'm saying? You got that conversation going on with Viserys and Corlys, and meanwhile, you got Rhaenyra and Laenor walking on the beach, and she like, look, I like dick, you like dick, but we still gonna fuck with who we want to fuck with, That shit was wild as fuck to me, dog.
He was so happy when she said that. He was like,
"Oh,
girl."
I like how she handled him, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the fact that she was gentle with the fact that he don't like women, and at first he was apologizing in a way to her, or trying to let her know, or trying to bring her comfort. Like, it's not your fault that I feel this way, but I appreciated the analogy that she used when it came to
the food.
She said, I prefer duck, or I prefer geese, or whatever. I can't remember what she said. I prefer roast duck to geese. And I cannot say why. I thought that she was gentle in explaining her desires, even when she was trying to approach Sir Criston and explain the agreement that her and Laenor had come to. She didn't disclose to Sir Criston why their agreement was that they would, have lovers, or who their lovers would be. Only that they could do what they chose to do outside the scope of their because they had different interests when it came to what their desires were. And I appreciated that she was careful with him with that.
I just wish that same gentle and directness she was with her husband, she was with Sir Criston, because I felt like even though she was gentle, she was direct. Like, hey, listen, I know what you like. This is what we're gonna do. I don't care if you like it or not. This was gonna happen. But I feel like with Sir Criston, like, she didn't really expound and like make it plain to him what was going on. Like, he was, for whatever reason, feeling like he was just a little fun piece on the side, and she was like, "Nah, bro, like, you the main dude. Like, we just acting in public, like, but this the real deal." And I don't think I don't think she made that clear enough for him, which caused what happened in the rest of the episode. In my opinion,
that's true. That's very true.
Let me hop in the comments real quick before we move forward. Got Nikki Norwood. She said in that moment, Rhaenyra was like, just because this would be an arranged marriage, that doesn't mean that we can't make our own arrangements.
It's true.
We got Melissa Lafayette. Tucker, she said the show really drove home that he was gay. The conversation between Rhae and him should have been enough. Then the parents talked about it. Then they showed the couple together. I felt like they did not think we would understand the duck and goose analogy.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
I think they were wanted to be intentional about it, to really explore all of the dynamics that would come with that from each person's perspective, from a wife's perspective, a prospective wife's perspective, a father's perspective, from the kingdom's perspective, from their respective lovers' perspective. Damn, that's a lot of perspectives to try to say at once, but y'all get what I'm trying to get at, and I think it was important to do that because that is a dynamic to think about, like a father and his son, and the father's belief that it's something that he'll grow out of. The mother's trying to explain to him, like, you know, our son, he don't like girls. And
hey, that shit was funny though. Corlys was in straight denial.
Right, like, oh shit,
like a typical black father,
right?
Like a typical black father.
Exactly.
Get that nigga
yeah, we're gonna just
no, it's real. Like that's a real thing that you have to explore. Is like men today still, you know what I mean? A lot of men today would still not be able to accept that their son is who he is. Like, and I think they wanted to touch on that. And so they did touch on it because it was real that Corlys didn't want to acknowledge that his son was gay.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. Why is it black folks always holler they'll grow out of it?
Always, man.
No matter what the fuck it is.
Get
it was hollering that shit in Westeros.
Asthma. It's everything. They grow out of asthma. Like, oh, yeah.
Right. They put some tussin on that shit. Like, that's, I mean, like, and I thought that was an important piece to touch on. Like,
but you even see that Rhaenys is fearful for that shit. Like, she said directly to Corlys, like, this puts Laenor in danger because of his, like, he's gay.
His proclivity.
He's expected to, like, he about to be at court. He's gonna be the king incumbent, all this other shit. But people can, like, motherfuckers gonna know about him. All he keep his little boys around him. Like, when they pulled up to the crib, he was out there with his little boyfriend. So I'm like,
yeah,
Rhaenys ain't going. Corlys like, fuck that shit. We still finna get back in his house. Like TK said, I'm just finna fuck with him a little bit.
Hey,
I think it was important to really shine a light on that relationship, being that the little redhead boyfriend was so bold, and how his boldness led to his ultimate downfall.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like,
I thought he was in there already.
I'm gonna make all the moves for love. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is what we doing, baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Look, Criston Cole, this, you know, hey, you protect yours and protect mine. You know what I'm saying? We can all be, you know what I'm saying? We can all drink wine together late at night or whatever the devil. And he got his ass whooped.
Right. He called Criston Cole at
the wrong time.
Right. Like,
important on that relationship. It put it put so much, like, everybody knows about it at home, even though, you know what I'm saying, like, the blonde haired black boy might not be so out about it. Everybody know it put a great deal of importance for the audience to see it, and to see it dissolve very, very quickly.
Yes, because I mean, the thing is when Joffrey said what he said to Criston Cole literally had just had a conversation that he thought potentially could lead to his fucking death as a result of somebody knowing about it. So
you come up in here bullshit,
right? This stranger that he don't know. Not only are you telling me, you know, that you know about it, but I need to watch myself, and I need to look out for y'all and look out for myself. Because if I look out for y'all, then I'm gonna be safe. All right, let me let you motherfucking know right now. This is what it is, and it became what it was. I guess he hadn't heard the tale of motherfucking Criston Cole,
man,
on that in Driftmark. You know what I mean? Like, I guess they hadn't talked about this shit over there.
So look, man, we done danced around it long enough. Okay, let's go and get into this, as Leslie so eloquently put it when he showed up. This love and hip hop reunion wedding, you know, because it made the whole episode, bro. Like we could wax poetic about all this other shit, but once that party kicked off, that was the whole episode.
Well, you see how
forgot about everything else.
You said what?
You see how the Velaryons pulled up to the party?
Like Cash Money in the 2000s.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Rhaenyra's on the dragon and shit on me.
Like the BET Awards and shit.
Yep.
Fucking Source Awards and shit.
Them motherfuckers pulled up the drums.
Look, when they put up drums start coming on.
Hey, what? Hey, the music got a little bounce to it, don't it? It got a little bit more bounce to it than it used to.
Right. As long as they weren't playing fucking Reigns of Castamere, I mean,
I kind of thought
that motherfucker would have started playing. I would be like,
that was Sir Manny
freak
Fresh.
out.
Listen, I mean, the wedding was crazy, man. From the jump.
Wait, it wasn't even a wedding.
That's the part that's crazy. It was just
It was just dinner.
day one.
So this was basically the engagement party. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And
that shit was lit.
That shit went left. I want to go to you, Leslie, because I've been dying to hear your take on this since you popped up, man.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, give me your just go off, do what you do.
Yeah. So in the party, man, like you saw all these different kind of factions and little side conversations, and it was. And the camera work on this was fucking phenomenal, in my opinion, because it was like showing that person, they were talking about this person, while these other motherfuckers were doing something else kind of on the side where you can kind of see it sometimes, and sometimes you couldn't. And then like this person was having a conversation with that person. And I thought that like that build up was so tense and yet so subtle that you knew that something was about to happen. We didn't know exactly what, we didn't know exactly who would get into it with who, but right, yeah, like the commenter said, day 1-7 went terribly, but like it went so terrible they decided to just marry the motherfuckers. They were like, fuck that.
They went straight to the courthouse.
Yeah. That's it.
Listen, we're gonna see the judge right now and get this done.
It was the fact. Go ahead.
No. But no. So I was about to say, man, like, but it was the fact that. Well, like for one, Daemon showing up on some just nigga shit. It's just like straight Daemon's been doing that shit every episode.
I love it.
Like nigga shit, right? Like that's the epitome of nigga shit, right?
God, I love that.
In the way he kind of shows up after killing his wife, like just on some like just laissez-faire type shit. It's just the type of, it's like OJ, right? It's like almost like OJ tweet nowadays. It's like, oh, this nigga's like tweeting like about like, oh, I didn't kill nobody, and like nigga, like what? You killed 2 people. Like this nigga's the OJ of Westeros, bro.
For real.
I call that nigga Kanye Westeros. He be pulling up on the motherfucking award show.
Hey, well, let me say this. Let me say this about Daemon though, Leslie. You talk about him killing his wife. Not only did he kill and show up to the party, this nigga had the nerve to ask about the insurance money.
Right.
Right.
He a cold motherfucker, man.
Got that right.
Bro, that boy throwing the game, boy.
Her cousin was
white folk.
Her cousin would have ran up on his ass like on Minister Society. With
so,
you know
like,
what I'm
bro,
saying?
It was a lot of things going on at this party, right?
Yeah.
One of the first things that caught my eye, Littlefoot was talking. I guess that was his brother.
That's his brother, yeah.
Littlefoot was talking to Bigfoot, and
no, they call him breakbones though, for real.
Oh, we saw why.
That's his name. Breakbones.
Yeah, he was dropping them left and right.
Man,
but like you saw that going on, and a lot of it wasn't even just talking. It was like how the people was looking at each other, right? Yeah. How you had
those observations.
Yeah, like you had Rhaenyra looking at Criston looking at her, then looking away. You had Joffrey looking at Laenor. Like it was just a lot of shit going on.
Looking at.
Daemon in there, I fucking Laenor.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what though, and then you see like the sort of factions, right? Like you saw the High Towers kind of having a little side piece conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, Uncle and Alicent. And then obviously you saw Laenor and his boyfriend, and then you saw Daemon and Rhaenyra kind of, you know, meeting in the middle of the dance floor, like fucking Usher. You know,
right.
Love in the Club was fucking playing.
Right, and speaking only in High Valyrian.
Bruh, and speaking how to these motherfuckers are so right. Like it's almost like Bobby and Whitney speaking in fucking, you know, cokehead.
Bobby and Whitney.
Right?
Bobby.
Where the fuck
And
they was
Mushmouth.
speaking at? Bobby. But I mean, like that's what these niggas are, man. They're fucking Bobby and Whitney of fucking Westeros, bro.
Yeah,
They are so goddamn.
sir,
I mean, like she was daring. She challenges this motherfucker's manhood again, essentially, right? This is the second time
kill
she's
everybody
done it in
again.
as many episodes.
And
Like,
you
go
see-
ahead, like shit, nigga. If you so Billy Badass, fucking do what you do.
Let's
Right.
ride.
Take me to
Let's
Dragon
ride
I got
out.
a dragon. You got a dragon. Kill these
What's up?
niggas and let's ride.
Let's ride. Like, get hop
Jump
on your
bad.
fucking dragon. Let's do it.
Go
Mind
ahead,
you-
jump back, kill everybody, take me to Dragonstone, make me white. Let's get it.
Right. Mind you,
Right.
this
Call-
motherfucker, this motherfucker still smell like murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, like this motherfucker ain't even washed. This nigga ain't washed all the murder off yet. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean,
Very fresh murder.
bro, the wedding itself, though, I mean, like the whole engagement party was turned. Obviously, Alicent wasn't even motherfucking there at first, so that's a big deal in and of itself. And then when she show up, she step on the scene almost like Daemon, you know, in her all green dress.
Hey,
And even though the Reigns of Castamere didn't play, to me, the song that was playing sounded like her version of the Reigns of Castamere. And when I saw her in that green dress, I just wrote down Cersei Lannister. And because at that moment, I started getting the vibes that, like, you know, it's really about to go down with her. And you know, she had picked a side. So
And
the wedding itself was crazy.
Poe Viserys just couldn't get that speech out. Everybody just kept
Man,
coming
seriously, so
in and
goddamn
interrupting
stressed.
him.
That nigga, boy.
Right. Everybody was interrupting that motherfucker.
Look, that boy
Daemon,
get-
Whole time that nigga about to die.
Allison, Leprosy was interrupting that
nigga.
nigga. Like shit.
He was talking all good.
He get talking all good, next note. Somebody else that came in. But look, no, see, look, this just a little bit off subject. How much time passed between Homeboy killing his old girl in the Vale? Because we know that Winterfell is 2 weeks away on horse from King's Landing, and the Vale is further than that. It's still in the south, but it's not that much north. It's east. So this boy then had people mad as hell for 2-3 weeks about this girl, just waiting to see him. Think about this scene, you know. Think about somebody killing your
that's
cousin
true. That's a good point.
almost a month ago, and you see his ass drinking
Yeah,
wine at a wedding party.
And he act like ain't nothing happened.
And he's
And
I'm
they
telling
pulled
you,
up on the
He like, hey man, what's up, cuz? You good?
pulled up to the table on him.
I didn't have so much time to think about it. He lucky he didn't get killed right then.
That's what I thought. I thought them was gonna be the motherfuckers fighting. Next thing you know,
Me too.
Criston Cole done went full motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like the snap the
Right,
fuck
because
out.
look, we all thought Daemon did something. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because they're over there having that high Velaryon conversation. The camera closes up on the crowd,
They
and
kissing.
then they're uproar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Viserys over here mad as hell, drinking with his 3 fingers, and you know, everybody about to get mad. Then next thing you know, saying Criston Cole out here being the violent brown man at the party.
Man, listen, man, Criston Cole, bro. I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously we know he a warrior, but I didn't know the nigga was gonna lose his motherfucking cool. I mean,
Man,
like,
that nigga was
another
in
level.
blind motherfucking rage, dog.
He was saying straight red.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he was so love struck, bro. Like, I mean, like I joked in one of my takeaways. I said, I wish the nigga would just throw that nigga off the side of the ship and let a fucking mermaid say that nigga. Because goddamn, like he was just like totally like just he completely lost me with that shit, bro. I mean, he did a whole like 180. Because you're right, like the last episodes, he's been a little bit more like you know, I mean, like obviously a person of like great discipline and all that shit. And I guess that once that discipline went out the window, that one fucking episode, he just lost his shit.
That's hard.
Right. And if he did get saved by a mermaid, the mermaid will be black. So I just want to say that.
Lizak. Well, like I did say Little Mermaid in
Little Mermaid.
Not, you know, like not little, you know, just to make it clear.
Kendra Brown said Criston Cole, he's a warrior for that Targussy. So we got a new word.
That Targussy is fucking wild.
Yeah. We got a few good ones tonight. We got a little.
Y'all not getting. He's really not giving y'all Dario vibes. He's giving me Dario vibes over this Target.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
Big Dario vibes. Like fuck honor, fuck fighting. Yep. Like I'm ready to go out here and raise some little tar babies off this Target. I'm like, let's get it.
I agree with that.
He's about their life.
Yeah.
So let you know, since we talking about Criston, man, like I've been scanning through the comments, man, and you know, a lot of people in the comments, they are very empathetic to Criston Cole. You know, we got Leanne B. Wrights. She said he betrayed himself for Rhaenyra, betrayed everything he believed in. It wasn't so much his love for her, but more so if she would have left with him, then it would have made the betrayal a bit more. So, like, you know, it's a lot of people siding with him, man.
I fucks with Criston Cole, man. Like, I'm a Criston Cole fan. I think, you know what I mean. I don't think he should have did the love shit. I don't think he should have fucked up the party or nothing like that. Like the fact that he went full, you know what I'm saying?
Lovey-dovey.
The real question is,
thank you.
Where his homeboys at, man? Like, where's his homeboy to be like, hey, man?
He got
dog.
Keep your heart 3 stacks.
This is what I say. I think he's actually honorable. That's what I respect about him. I respect. I believe that's authentic. I don't believe he fraudulent. It's a lot of people in the kingdom that you got to have your guard up with. I don't think he. That's true. You know, I might be wrong. This shit might come back to bite me.
Criston Cole in there singing to it.
This version,
her first, last, and everything.
That Lenny Williams. That nigga was singing Lenny Williams.
But you mean with your guard up? I mean, like, but this nigga's about to really backstab like Rhaenyra. I mean, because you know, Alicent is now walking around like fucking Nick Fury off fucking Avengers, just shooting niggas. You know, just okay, all right, well, come on. You seem like that you pissed off about Rhaenyra too. Come on over here on my side. I got you, baby. I got you. You know, so I mean, bro, like even then, even if somebody as honorable as that can fall over some, I mean, just at the grand scheme of things, something very petty, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, like Rhaenyra didn't promise this nigga the world when they were fucking. Mm-hmm. I don't think. You know, I wasn't there.
Pillow talk do be crazy now.
Hey,
I thought she promised him was a little bit more pussy tomorrow.
She did say that.
That's it.
So we got
cool.
We got a comment from TL Thompson. She said, "How is Criston Cole any different from Jumpman Lannister after Marjorie gave him some cutty?"
That nigga was 11.
Right. 11. Right.
She called him Jumpman.
11. Yo,
it's goddamn 11.
Yo, it took me a quick second. It took me a quick second to figure out who Jumpman Lannister was.
Jumpman Lannister. They call that nigga Jumpman Lannister. God damn. That is so.
That was a good one, though.
That's wrong.
That was a good one.
Hey, speaking of Lannister.
Yo,
Lannister.
That fucking joke was fucking funny to me. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That damn sexist joke was fucking funny. It was a sexist ass joke. That shit rolling, bro.
Which one? Are you talking about?
When he said,
that nigga said like, why women always late because they don't fucking because they always late for battle or some shit. What he say?
He said
that's why men wage war.
Yeah. He said this is why men wage war because women would not be ready for the battle on time.
Fucking frat boy Jay.
He did not tell a lot in though.
But listen though, the reason that was important is because it again is another reminder that regardless of what's about to take place, in the back of a lot of these men's minds is that mindset. And so, you know what I mean? Like it's still looming. and he was just the messenger of how the realm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yep. Just reminding the way of the world, man. In them times. Shit.
Hey, did y'all see? Y'all just saw that comment what Missing Marine said?
Nah, what you say?
She said, Rhaenyra gonna help all Criston Cole's babies. If you look in the preview for next week,
if
you look in the preview for next week, ain't none of them children like mixed at all.
right.
You
know what I'm saying?
Them is little white children with black hair.
Caucasus babies.
They're from the mountains of Caucasus.
That's right. Like
that's a Viking baby.
Right. The babies ain't got no dread. The babies ain't got no locks.
Not a blonde hair to be seen.
Not a drop of melanin at all.
So Corlys gonna walk in and he gonna be just like, I referenced this before, but he gonna be just like, Cat Williams in that movie. Like, who the white baby is this? Cause he damn sure ain't a part of me.
Right.
Meanwhile, Laenor ain't gonna give a fuck. He'll be like, whatever, I don't care.
I don't think they're Criston Cole babies though. I don't know who fucking babies them is, but they ain't Criston Cole babies. Cause that shit dead. That shit dead.
So you say Criston Cole done? He done.
He ready to take himself out like a samurai.
Fucking sword, and Alicent saved him. So we know where that's going.
He was gonna go out like
He's gonna go out on
Reeves
Keanu.
in that samurai movie.
Some other shit that went down at the when Daemon started talking about the insurance money and Runestone, right after that, because that motherfucker's mind is always turning, he goes and pulls up on Laenor, right?
Yep.
Again, we know how Daemon get down.
Right.
I think he got her too.
He started, right.
Damon Kelly.
Yeah, like Laenor definitely.
I think he got her.
She sounded like she was trying to see where Rhaenyra, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Damon Kelly.
And so
she all of 15 years old now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
All of it.
Yep.
I think he got a dog.
Right where he like him.
Look,
fucking old as
she was
old as hell now.
She was enamored by that blonde hair.
He was looking at her like what May Rose on Life when May Rose came back to Camp 8.
He got that Clark Kent swoop in that blonde hair. She like that shit.
But obviously he's plotting, and I would imagine that his plotting is also, I'm going to try to find my way to align myself with the Velaryons and have me some Velaryon babies too. And
that's his best bet, because when you look at Daemon, everything that's happened ain't did nothing but push him further down the line of succession.
Exactly.
Viserys names Rhaenyra the heir, that pushes you down the line. Viserys marries again and has 2-3 sons. That just pushes you behind all them little nigglets. So
exactly.
Everything he's doing is him trying to plot his way back in that position.
That motherfucker said nigglets. Straight out of Tales from the Hood.
Tales from the goddamn
hood. At this point, he he fucking Prince Harry, man. He might as well just
he trying to pull up on Meghan Markle. He trying to get him on Meghan Markle. So
Barbara Fontaine said he is the R. Kelly of Westeros.
That's what I said. D. Kelly.
Yeah, he definitely give Robert vibes.
You had Roberta Seneschal. She said Daemon is obviously incestual pedophile.
Listen,
He from Birmingham, ain't he?
No, baby.
All them Targaryens is.
That's Targaryen way.
Daemon is definitely.
Rhaenyra parents was fucking first cousins.
Exactly right. Exactly. Yeah, and that shit was kind of on the normal. I mean, on the
regular husband and wife.
Not that weird side.
Her and Laenor, what they third cousin?
Some shit like that.
Don't worry about it. Y'all ain't got to do no goddamn math. I see y'all motherfuckers. I think her and Rhaenys first or second cousin.
No, they first cousins. My first cousin would be
and Roydale's grandmother.
Right.
I don't know exactly whether the first, second, or third, but they damn sure pulled the Rudy Giuliani. So
let me tell you something, Doc. I wouldn't fuck around with a girl I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That was my play cousin. So ain't no way I'm gonna fuck with nobody that got blonde hair like me. And we out here, no saying,
Got the same grandma.
We had the same,
same grandma. I'm going to the family reunions with the same shirt on.
Targaryen family reunion. The motherfucking tree don't even split. The tree just go straight down.
My grandma used to babysit this girl that I ain't
T Gill in the comments said she started laughing at us about everyone got quiet thinking. We damn sure did.
That math don't math with them Targaryens, bro. Them niggas be sister brother cousins.
Yeah,
no saying like Aegon married both his sisters.
Both his sisters.
Damn. And they tried it. And that's what he was trying to do with little Aegon, wasn't it?
He was trying to keep that blood as pure as possible.
But see, that's why Daemon keep bringing that shit up. Daemon keeps saying like, "Why you won't let me take another wife?" Aegon did. But Sarah's like, "Nigga, you ain't Aegon, dog."
Bro, right, like stop comparing yourself to that motherfucker. First of all,
right, stop rolling up him. Old man.
United the Seven Kingdoms, nigga. You are not him.
Why didn't just break up with the woman, man? Like the fuck?
Didn't I say that in the beginning?
It's cheaper to keep
him. He broke up with him.
He broke ass. He broke ass. All right.
Hey, we got another comment. Lysa Biden said Daemon pulling the Kevin Gates, messing with his cousin.
Golly.
But you know what's funny though? In the books, it doesn't say that he explicitly killed her. In the book, it just said that she fell off the horse and broke her fucking neck.
But
Leslie, I'm glad you played that.
It crushed her skull and neck.
Yeah.
With a boulder.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but he crushed her. But in the books, it just said, look, she just fell off a horse. Shit happens. She dies. But Leslie, when you're reading that shit, like I know, like you're thinking the same thing. Called is that like that shit don't sound right.
Right. But I like that you bring that shit up though, because in the book, it's from like when you're reading it's from the perspective of like a couple of different scepters, a different maester, a fool. So from what I heard from like George R.R., his perspective of the show related to the book, the show is what actually took place. Like the book is all these different accounts, what people are saying happened, but the show is what actually the fuck happened. So I'm glad it's tied together though, because in the book they did say that Daemon went back home and she mysteriously fell off her horse. Yeah. So I just kind of feel like that was a way of tying that shit back in.
Right. Because the accounts of 3 different maesters.
Right.
Well, 2 different maesters in
a fool.
2 different maesters.
Yeah, like in Mushroom. Who was the court jester kind of.
Mushroom only write about Freako shit.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
Mushroom was wild.
Mushroom only write about Freako shit.
Mushroom was definitely influenced in the last episode. Yeah, that nigga was definitely influenced last episode.
Right.
That was all him.
I wish he would appear in the show. I was kind of hoping for.
Yeah, I was hoping
for Mushroom, man.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Man.
So look, let's talk about Viserys for a minute, because I think after this next episode we ain't gonna be talking about him no more.
No, he's still there.
Looking bad.
Watch almost over.
So I had this comment, pinned from Missy. She said, "How is Viserys hanging on with no back and no arm?"
Bruh, I mean, like
shit. Literally.
Oh shit!
They're leeching him to death.
Look, somebody answered it. Gina Bridges answered it. She said, Viserys listens to the Black Maester.
Exactly.
Black don't crack,
man. But you know what though, which is another great point, because because the Maesters all come from where? From Old Town, which are where the High Towers, which are where the High Towers are from. And so, this Grand Maester, he's always kind of rubbed me the wrong, and he's always been in cahoots with Otto, right? You can tell by the way they kind of look at each other when they're trying to give him advice and shit. And when I saw that scene, it just further let me know how much of a shyster ass nigga that fucking Grand Maester is too. And in that I don't think that he's there for the best interest of us. I think he may be low key trying to trying to like, you know, quicken that death.
Because the black dude was like, "Hey, we can do something else that can actually be more effective." He like, "No, man,
he was like, "Hey, you shut the fuck up."
Yeah, you know, we not, bro. We
like, he like, nigga, what you mean? This motherfucker love the leeches. Like, he love the leeches.
He loved his Tylenol. Fuck that goddamn no fucking fuck them oxy. Don't give no fucking oxy. Give him that goddamn.
He told Strong,
damn. What you talking about?
Right. He told Strong, man, get that motherfucker these motherfucking herbs, man. Get that nigga to drink. I ain't gonna lie, he looked better after he drunk that shit though.
Right. That boy need a salve.
I think eventually it'll come out that fucking Maester poisoned that baby.
Man. Oh shit.
I feel like that's coming somewhere.
That baby was crying.
Okay.
I feel like that baby was poisoned. I also feel like he schemed with Otto for that whole like the C-section. I feel like he just told him that shit to knowing that the C-section would kill Aemma. That's just me. I think he been plotting.
Well,
I think so too.
If Otto was setting up the play from the beginning, bro, that would be a game changer, dog.
Because look, hey, yo, real quick,
from Jump Street.
At the end of that episode, Otto sent a raven out, you know, saying with a little letter. They never told us what the fuck that was.
Right.
Never. And I thought it was going back to Old Town.
Never addressed it again.
But I always thought it was going to Old Town. I just didn't know who in Old Town it was going to. It could be to the brother or to the fucking Maester.
What did they say when Alicent came out with the green dress on? What did the dudes at the table say about her wearing that green dress?
It's war.
That was Littlefoot.
Like green is when they raise their banners.
Yeah, they raise their banners and they light a pyre, but it burns green.
Yeah, but it burns green.
For war.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I said that too, man. I was like, that is the moment where she declared war specifically on fucking Rhaenyra.
Did you see how she looked at it in the face? Like, congratulations, ho.
Yeah, daughter. He said that shit.
Congratulations, stepdaughter. Congratulations. Be like that. Oh, stepdaughter, bitch.
Yeah, calling her stepdaughter was crazy. I'm like, dang.
Stepdaughter. Congratulations, stepdaughter. Ho.
Just a couple months ago, I was the only person wanting to see your little funk ass tapestries, and now you're up there, you know what I'm saying, being mean to me, calling me stepdaughter.
Right.
Listen, would that come from? Now this is just me speculating. What that comes from is Alicent probably thinking like, man, this girl giving it up to everybody, but I ain't got none yet from her yet.
Damn.
It's crazy. Listen, man. I'm just saying, just the way she looked at her in that moment, she like, I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to do this. And she want to do that. Why she ain't come to me?
It strikes again. This is our long running conspiracy right here.
So we just can't get away from this fingering and lingering. No matter how hard we try. It's like 3 babies,
Rhaenyra
2 marriages.
And his name was Criston Cole, not Cyrax. Like, we can't get away.
Can't get away.
Can't get away from it.
That's a good point. T.L. Thompson posted based on Carlton's theory. And so that's very interesting.
I missed the comment.
What did she say?
That was the one you
all the little finger stuff jumped off because everything jumped off in Game of Thrones because Littlefinger poisoned homeboy out at the Vale.
Oh yeah, John Aaron.
Yeah, John Aaron.
Facts. Big facts.
So, one thing I wanted to kind of touch on, to kind of put a bow on it was all this shit going on. And you had Viserys having a conversation with Larys Strong, right? And
Laenor.
Laenor.
Yeah, aka Laenor.
Laenor Richie Strong. So he's pretty much he almost up out of here, right?
Yeah. Fact.
And now he's worried about his legacy, right? And how the people will view him and all of this.
I thought you were about to say Lego set.
Nah. He gonna He gonna actually be buried with his Lego set. He gonna want to be buried or you know, he gonna want his Lego set put on the funeral pile with him to burn with him.
The Lego set has grown more than the goddamn dragons.
Yo, right. That shit is so fucking big, man.
Like so we want them to sing about it, man.
Bruh, how do you sleep in the room with all that shit?
Like,
man,
that shit is the whole fucking Seven Kingdoms now. That shit was just fucking King's Landing or wherever the fuck it was at one point.
Right. It was old Velaryon.
Right.
So you know,
new Velaryon, medium Velaryon, it's all kind of shit now.
We they having this conversation, and you know he's being dead serious about how people view him, and you know he talking about songs and all of that being sung 100 years, 500 years, and you know he being serious as hell, dog. And I laughed at that whole scene, dog. Because Viserys at that moment had his "I wish your motherfucker would" moment, and Laenor was like, "Nah, bro, you don't really want that." he was like, you know, many who are tested would have rather been spared, and you one of them people, man. You ain't really want that shit,
right?
You don't have that's not you, my boy. Like,
yeah,
not you.
Like you ain't got that dog.
It just ain't you.
Yeah. They were looking for that dog. You don't have where that dog is.
And look, he put, but
you ain't got that. But you ain't got that Kobe, man. You ain't got that killer.
Yeah. Brother, do you want songs sung about you being a certain way in 100 years, or you just want to live in peace, dog?
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, but you know what though? And that 100 years shit was some heavy ass foreshadowing, because that's exactly how many years it's going to take for fucking the Mad King to get his dumb ass up out of there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like
Targaryen legacy.
In 100 years, we mad at a whole different Viserys.
Exactly. Right, exactly. The
whole bitch
like
ass,
fucking special needs, fucking
a whole bitch ass
special needs little motherfucker. But you know, like another thing about Lionel, man, like that I appreciated, bro. You remember
Laenor.
The bar fight started happening.
Laenor.
Yeah, Laenor.
They do got some black names, bro.
Laenor.
They got some black ass names.
Mm-hmm. You remember that nigga sent fucking Breakbones to like he did the head nod. He was like,
told that, he said, go do that shit. Go do that shit.
Hey, he was like Patrick Swayze on Roadhouse, sending the bouncers over to knock a motherfucker out. He just threw that head over like, go on, get him.
Yeah,
hey,
he was like Tupac. He was like Tupac in Above the Rim when he told Woodhead to go get the gun, nigga.
Right. These motherfuckers beating us too bad.
Go get the gun.
Can I make a request? Can we get TL Thompson on the fucking show? Her comment be
yeah, man.
TL Thompson hilarious, man.
Got to pull up, man.
TL Thompson hilarious,
bro. Listen, I've asked her.
We've asked her before.
Yes.
Stay on the side.
Yeah, we've asked her.
Let's start a GoFundMe to get her on the show, man. Like,
whoa. Wait,
like hold on.
Wait a minute.
We ain't got that.
Yeah. Hey, nigga, this email is free.
Look, I said yes. I know I could have said no and got a little money.
Right, you giving the wrong idea. But listen, TL Thompson, we calling you out. You got to come on.
Coming to the stage.
Comments is too late.
That's an old nigga name, TL.
Right. That shit live.
We gonna keep doing it until you come on, or to episode 10 get here. Then we gonna stop anyway. But
now don't stop commenting, goddammit, just because we calling your ass out now.
That's right.
She about to unsubscribe. God damn.
The fucks up the church's money.
So look, I want y'all to I'm gonna start with our esteemed guests, but I want y'all to give me y'all impression of your impression of this episode, or give me what you think is coming up next. Look, hold on. TL said not sending a raven for my ass. That's exactly what we doing.
Yes, we are. They shit like we sending a fucking email. Fuck a Raven.
Right. Like,
getting that quick.
Hey, we can't send a man in person with the note. You seen what Daemon did to that motherfucker.
Right.
Exactly. Right. The show can't. You ain't lying. Shit, like we don't know who live at your house.
I'm gonna go to you, Caleb. I'm gonna start with you.
All right. I think what I'm most excited to see is the time jump, see how the characters have grown, seeing what has happened, because y'all know this is the last episode of the younger characters that we've kind of grown to know. So I'm curious to see kind of, first of all, how the new actors kind of portray those roles. So we kind of got so used to the other one. So how do they carry on with the, how they acting? But just to see like the chaos that's happened since then, I want to see who the father of Rhae kids, like, because I'm looking around, I'm like, that like she done had about 3 since then. Like, okay, who's the baby daddy, right? What is Sir Criston Cole doing? How is Viserys still alive and all this? Because it looked like in this episode he was finna fall out and die. So I'm trying to figure out how has he even survived to be this old man that we saw in the preview. So
he listened to the Black Maester. He told you.
That's true. So just to see like kind of how much time has taken place and just kind of like what has happened and kind of who has kind of entered in that we kind of didn't see, and just see kind of how it goes on from there. So that's kind of what I'm most interested in seeing.
Big son, what you got?
You know what I'm saying? Like, like him, brother Sir Chris Brown Chris Brown Crow. I went into this episode knowing it was gonna be my last episode, seeing the young versions of these characters. So just knowing that, just having also participated in the literature and wanting to see the Targaryen Civil War, because by the time we get to Game of Thrones, and it's only 173 years. You know what I'm saying? 173 years. You know what I'm saying? Is when slavery stopped for us, in which is not very long ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So in 173 years, there ain't but 2 or 3 Targaryens left. You know what I'm saying? Based on what we pick up on Game of Thrones. So what the fuck happened? Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see how all this transpires. I know we're getting a second season of this particular storyline, so I'm here for it.
Oh. Okay. What you got? Wait, who went first the last time between you and Carlton, you and Leslie?
I don't remember.
I'm going
first though. Fuck Leslie.
Y'all better hurry up for this iPad down.
That's my dog though. But listen, I'm impressed with what they've done with the timing of the show.
Oh shit!
Oh, see, like he shouldn't have been talking shit.
He really did it. Like, God damn.
Well, let's go to you, Leslie.
Watch it come back.
God damn, he's stuck for real, ain't he?
I'm trying to wait to see if he come back middle of my speech. You're gonna try to fucking
froze like a motherfucker,
like fucking Alicent,
man.
and they're gonna try to come back like Alicent.
Winter is coming, goddamn it.
The Night King done got to him.
Right. Don't play no drums trying to walk in the middle of his speech.
So my main focus, man, because I was watching the preview for the next episode. Season Rhaenyra look like she got that dog in her. Okay, here go this nigga. All right, like Carl, go ahead, man. Like I was just about to start my own spiel. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm excited about like the time jumps and what they've done and how they've shown us something meaningful with each jump to get us to the point where we need to be at. I think once we kind of settle into where we are with the newer characters, the adult versions is going to slow back down a little bit to show some other key events. Like Leslie, I think we kind of all got into the literature of it, but I like the way they're showing it and portraying it for the show. Because there's no guaranteed avenue for them to take. It's a couple of different directions that they can take the shit. So just the way that they're tying it in, But man, it's about to be chaos, man. Like just what everything boiled down to in this episode is the fucking chaos that's about to ensue. From everything that happened with Sir Criston Cole and him snitching on himself, becoming an ally immediately with Alicent, Rhaenyra, and just her whole demeanor as far as marriage and politics and getting the dick that she want to get. Like all this shit is about to. This Jerry curl is about to really curl. Goddamn it! It ain't gonna be like lupus.
Sadly. Man, Luther done caught a stray up in this motherfucker.
God damn, man.
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like were you sitting on that, or was it just something that came to your mind? Like
it just kind of came.
Man said Luther
Curl ain't bothered no goddamn body.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead, Leslie. Damn.
No, man. What I was about to say was that the preview to this next episode kind of it lends a lot of foreshadowing to me as far as like who Rhaenyra is about to become. And who everybody on this show is about to become. Everybody, like, because up until now, it's been a little bit, I mean, obviously it's had some dark ass moments, but it's been a little light. It's been like a little bit, kind of teenage love shit and some fucking little tussling and jostling here and there. A nigga get beat at a wedding to death. But other than that, it ain't really been like no crazy
Nothing
shit,
major.
right?
Nothing
And
major.
this Civil War that's coming is going to kill tens of thousands of people, including a lot of fucking innocent people. And there's going to be a lot of shit that people are going to look at and be in disgust and say, God damn, how could they stoop to that level? Including some of your characters that y'all like right now. And so that's going to be interesting to see these motherfuckers turn cold, and they gonna have that fucking dog in them, boy. I mean, like the killer's about to come out.
Yeah.
The killers are really about to come out, including Rhaenyra, who is no longer that little teenage girl with the kind of little sassy attitude running around the fucking King's Landing and kind of being daddy's girl. Nah, like that shit is over with. And so I can't wait to see how that's going to, like, how everybody's going to react to that, including me, because you're right, they can go multiple ways with that, but ultimately everybody's going to become a little bit darker and a little bit cruel.
Facts.
Yep.
Big facts.
What you got, CJ?
So I'm looking forward to Alicent and Sir Criston's dynamic, literally, since she was the person who saved his life or saved him from taking his own damn life, and what that's going to mean moving forward. I want to know if the main Criston Cole kids and the main Laenor kids, I'm trying to figure out if the Daemon motherfucking kids or somebody else's kids. And if so, then who is this new man that's going to be introduced to the situation? I'm looking forward to, more motherfucking fighting. Whatever's going to happen between Alicent and Rhaenyra as they kind of set their sides, because it seems like, war is on the way, and that, motherfucker getting his head busted, the wedding was just the beginning of what's to come under her reign. Viserys look old as fuck. I don't think he's as old as he looks.
He ain't. He's not an old man.
Yeah, like that motherfucker down bad. But I mean, I don't think that he's like you said.
He look like he got that package.
Yeah,
Hey,
he was a leper, and
I
leper
think they aged him up some for the show. But Leslie, correct me if I'm wrong. Buddy didn't make it to 30 in the book, right?
Right.
He died before 30.
Yeah, he died like it was no. Well, was it 30 or 40? I forgot what.
I thought he was like 30 or so.
Yeah,
like right at 30.
He could have been 30s. Yeah, but he was young. I mean, comparatively speaking,
still he ain't an old man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what was up with that plot that Daemon had.
Niggas back then needed penicillin.
Yeah, with Laenor. Like what was up with that? Is anything gonna come of that shit? And so it's a lot of little, a lot of the little things that was happening in this episode. I want to see, what those things are gonna become. And I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's about to turn up a lot. So looking forward to it.
So so for me, and each one of y'all made some really valid, points and really, great things to look forward to. And I always holler about dragons, nigga, because that's what I want to see. But
I was about to say, like, when we're gonna get to dragons,
yeah. But I after seeing it, with the crab feed and all that, they kind of satiated that appetite I had for it. But what I really and truly want to see coming up, nigga, I want to see Alicent kids grow up, because I know the help tired of raising her goddamn kids. Like every episode, she throwing the baby at the help, like fuck these kids.
Mm-hmm. Like that meme of the girl shooting the kids.
Yeah. Like, bro, she just
them little kids look like they ain't worth a damn too, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm really want to see how awful they turn out, because they wasn't loved by their mama. Because
mama had issues.
Yeah, daddy dead, mama didn't fuck with them. They gonna be crazy, and I'm ready to see it, because that's gonna lead to more dragons, nigga. So
yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Definitely some Joffrey type shit going
on. That we was gonna see like 10 of the 12 dragons that exist, and we ain't seen but 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
We saw another one tonight. We saw 4.
So when you see that ain't 10.
Right. You got 5 more episodes. Bring the motherfucking dragons on.
Hey, Corlys said they all have
with these but with these kids showing up, we about to see more dragons, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because like these
we got more
dragon riders in their own right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got more dragon riders now.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned the rat in the comments earlier.
Yeah. I was about to hit y'all with that real quick.
Okay.
So we saw at the end, we saw the rat eating pieces of Joffrey's insides, his brain or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the significance of the rat?
Just what it always is in King's Landing. Like, motherfuckers is always watching. So it's gonna be a lot to come of that, especially like a lot of y'all touched on it, Rhaenyra's kids. That's gonna be a huge subject of debate. That's all I'll say. And
I mean, the rat reminded me. The rat scene reminded me of the scene in The Departed.
Of course.
At the end, the Scorsese film with Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh my bad! Ain't none of us ever seen The Departed. Please tell us more.
Some people may not have seen it, so but the reason why
none of us seen The Departed.
But that rat scene reminded me of that. I felt like it was an allusion to that, right? And the whole deal with the the fact that there, no one is to be trusted at this point. You can't trust anybody. And everybody's a threat.
I mean, sides have been chosen literally at this point. Alicent wore that green dress. It's the setup is here. The greens versus the blacks. It's alive. The greens versus the blacks is alive and well. I'm team black. Fuck them niggas.
Yeah, I ain't here for no high towers either. No, moreover, it ain't no high towers in Game of Thrones. So fuck them.
That nigga said moreover.
But for real, I'm saying, like, I ain't never heard of no high towers in Game of Thrones. So they must not go make it.
Per my last Raven, fuck y'all.
Like this was here writing the essay, like an 850 word essay. You know, you got to get them 800 words in.
Look, you know, I'm
More over here, the
baby.
more.
All I do is play around with these words all damn day long.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
Definitely got the wordsmiths in the building tonight.
So, you know, all in all, man, like I said, you know, we kicked things off. This was the best episode thus far. And we saw a lot of shit go down, and we see a lot of shit about to change, man. And you know, I can't wait to next week. I missed last week, man. You know, I didn't get to watch last week's episode until Tuesday of this week. So I'm definitely looking forward to this next episode, man.
Yeah, man, we missed you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I was I was in Cabo, man, with the wife celebrating our anniversary.
Hey, man, congratulations.
And you know,
brother.
she was like, you know, you I know you want to do it. You go ahead and get on. And I was like, nah, I'm straight.
That was smart.
Yeah, like, look, man. Hey,
I feel you.
Listen, man, that I could have jumped on talked about House of the Dragon and then as soon as I got off, I'd have been at one of you niggas' houses looking for somewhere to stay. So, you know, I was like, nah, I'm good, man. Besides, you know, I hear that the dating pool out there is as rotten as Viserys' back meat. So I don't want no parts of that.
You don't want none of that
at all, bro.
So
None about that.
You know, but yeah, man. As always, folks, you know, it was a joy and a pleasure doing this like we normally do. I noticed we had a lot of new faces, you know, in the comments. Real excited about that. Thank you guys for, you know, tuning in with us. But Nita Ryer said the dating pool is full of pee and fecal matter. God damn. Bless y'all. But yeah, so you know, those of you who watch and listen to us, you know, share us with your friends. You can find us everywhere on Twitter at BBlackNoChaser. We also started a new IG and Twitter called Watch Them Thrones. You know, that's our partner, you know, to this show. So go sign up for that. Subscribe to that on IG and Twitter. Watch Them Thrones. And yeah, man. We looking forward to seeing y'all next week. CJ, what you got for us?
Man,
take us home.
Look, bro, it's beautiful as always. It's dope to have the creator of the theme song on the show tonight. Have Big Son put it up on us, man. Make sure y'all check out Leslie's Takeaways. I think he's still working on them right now. So we're gonna drop them shits when them shits drop. Hey, but look, that
like
shit coming like a new Future album. You know what I'm saying? And no, man, a lot of fun. Leslie, you want to say anything about that?
Oh no, yeah, like I dropped them. They on the Facebook page now.
Go check that shit out right now.
That's some cold ass shit. That nigga was typing while we was talking.
Exactly, yeah. Like so, I was finishing up while we were fucking talking. So,
hey, listen, I can't do that shit, nigga. I got one motherfucking thing at a motherfucking time. I am impressed like a motherfucker. But yeah, man. Like, look, we need y'all support, man. Pull up to us on YouTube, Black with No Chaser TV. We love what y'all are bringing to the community. We love y'all as always. I can't believe we 5 episodes in already, and it's been
we halfway home.
Yeah, you know, like shit. But we want y'all along for the ride, and man, we want y'all to bring some other people to the family, man. We growing day by day, so it's love until the next time for sure.
And before we get out of here, TL Thompson,
pull the fuck up.
Pull up. One more time, TL Thompson, pull up. We looking forward to you coming to talk with us.
Well, shit.
But yeah,
if we're doing shout outs, everybody go listen to Retro South.
Hey,
it's streaming everywhere.
Listen to Big Son album.
Oh yeah, listen, man. Talk It Over is one of my favorite songs.
Hey, see that? Great American Mattress
All
Sale.
right, it's good. It's good
Big
to see
Son
where you
MFOG, man.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. We all old enough to know kids. We wasn't watching it for real, but it was on.
Hey, I had to explain it to people like The Departed, man.
Oh well, I watch Cheers, but I'm older than all y'all, so
Look, listen, don't let it get you down, baby. It's all good.
Hey, look. I'm finna go listen to this shit like I wasn't on it tonight.
Yeah.
Man.
Listen to the recap and watch the show at the same fucking time and use the keys.
Right.
That's the reason why I joined early, man, because I was like, shit, I'm getting tired of my ass not fucking hearing me at, until fucking 50 minutes into the shit. I'm like, fuck that. Like, fuck these niggas. These niggas got all the shine. I'm over here fucking.
Hey.
Niggas talking about the good shit at the beginning. I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey, damn what y'all talking about. Benita Ryder said in the comments she watched Cheers 2 and MASH.
Look, when MASH came on, it was time to go to bed.
It damn sure was, man.
Like, Benita, you look great, girl. Black women don't crack for real. If you watch MASH.
Hey, she
75 years old.
I can't guess
she pulled up a show when TV actually went off. Like not turning off the actual TV, nigga, but TV was like,
Look, I used to watch that shit. That shit used to come on right after Arsenio Hall go off on Fox, man. Back in the day.
Damn,
straight up.
Yeah. Hey, that was the shit,
hey,
man.
Fuck, boy.
I'm talking about, look, MASH come on, and then they play the national anthem to show us we oppressed, and then TV just go to black, be slow on that bitch. You turn it off, go to bed.
Shit, man. At some point, I started.
No more TV till the morning.
I moved over to the Cartoon Network at some point. MTV and Cartoon Network.
Straight up.
Beavis and Butthead at night and shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look, somebody said they was watching Cheers and they 27. They was watching Nick at Night, baby. That ain't the same thing.
Yeah, you was watching Nick at Night show.
Right, they didn't say that. They talking about Cheers on fucking NBC and shit when it was
reruns. I'm talking about syndication.
Shit, man. All right, we out to the next month.
I'm talking about ABC at 11:30.
Right. So yeah, on behalf of my special guest, Mr. Caleb Darrell Faulkner, super producer, Big Son, one of the coldest spitters in the game, Mr. Leslie McLemore, the king of the takeaways, Carlton White, the Watch Them Thrones historian, and the lightest brother I know.
By far.
Wow. Seen a boy good as Ligo early. He ain't got nothing on you.
Mr. CJ Lawrence, the founder and creator of Black with No Chaser, and myself, the host with the most. We do appreciate you guys for joining us, for talking shit with us, talking our talk. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the next go round. So y'all take it easy and keep watching them thrones.
There it is.
Peace, y'all.
How do I leave this motherfucker?
Oh, God.